Today we're looking at Harmony One, cryptocurrency analysis and prediction. Welcome back to Crypto Cash, your one-stop shop for cryptocurrency analysis. Before we look at one, please consider subscribing to get notified as soon as these videos are released. This gives you a head start to effectively plan out your trades so you can make an informed decision. I have years of trading experience, and my goal is to share my knowledge with the world to help you grow your wallets. Thank you so much for tuning in. I always like to start off with the fundamentals, then dive deep into the technical data. I also provide you with action plans for the future so you know what I would do in each scenario as a day trader and a swing trader. So be sure to stick around to the end for my recommendations. Please note as well, this is not financial advice. This video is designed for educational purposes only. Now let's get started with the fundamentals. Harmony One is a blockchain based platform built to solve the riddle of delivering both scalability and decentralization at no expense of one another. Harmony is a protocol with a trustless Ethereum bridge that separates the chain into segments that processes transactions and stores data in parallel. It's considered a layer 2 solution as it splits both the nodes and blockchain states into shards. This means the network can scale linearly. The market cap is $1 billion, max supply of 12.6 billion, circulating supply at 75% of total. Today's high is 0.164. Today's low is 0.136, an increase of 21% in the past 2 hours. The 52-week high is 0.22 and the 52-week low is 0.01. That's a 52-week increase of 2,370%. The price has been in consolidation over the past 2 weeks after hitting its all-time high of 0.224, which was tested twice in a 5-day period. Ever since then, it has slowly died off to hit its lowest point in 2 weeks of 0.1185. Since then, it's rallied back to 0.164 and may just be back on track. New resistance line is 0.164. It has been tested 3 times over the last 3 days. New support level is at 0.137. This has been tested 4 times. And now for the technical analysis. All right, for my day traders out there, this is very exciting. Take a look closer at the 15-minute chart, and you can see the moving averages are potential support lines now, but they were previous resistance lines. Pay attention to also how the price responds to the support level. It might get tested again soon. Also note the VWAP and how it is currently at a support level. This will be your best friend as a day trader, so if you aren't already using it, I highly recommend you get on board. Also be aware that RSI is almost overextended at approximately 80. The MACD also indicates the momentum might be shifting. However, the price keeps testing the resistance line, so there is still potential for another bull run. Here's what I would do if I were planning to day trade. If I were to consider a long position, I would wait until 30 minutes after the VWAP is tested to see how it reacts to the price action. I would also wait for the RSI to calm down to at least somewhere under 70. If these two things occur, I would start with a small position of maybe 30% and would wait for another signal to add to my position. Another signal would be possibly a 2 15-minute green bar, or if you are doing a 5-minute chart, it'd be more like 3 to 4 5-minute green bars. Once this happens, I would also add to the rest of my position and look for an exit point. If the RSI hits 80 or 85, I would sell half my position and then the rest in a smaller increment as I get closer to my goal. If I was feeling bearish, I would also wait 15 minutes after the resistance line is tested to see if it's still respecting this level. Then in that situation, I would open a short-term trade position as close to the resistance level as possible. And as usual, just quickly glance at the RSI to see if it's not oversold and the MACD to consider the direction it's trending. I would also average down and sell in approximately 5 different transactions. That's one of my favorite things to do. Just do 20% segments until you're out. For my swing traders out there, looking at the 4-hour chart, you can see it tells us a different story. The most obvious indicator is the 100-day moving average. It's held as a strong resistance line over the past 8 days. It was just tested and rejected, so this tells me the price may not break out until the 50-day moving average is tested. So watch to see what happens here. It is hard to say at this point, so why don't we go ahead and take a look at some other indicators? The RSI, for example, is trending upwards near 70. This is a good, positive technical sign for long positions. The MACD also indicates the momentum is shifting to bullish sentiment. We also see a larger amount of volume in the 4-hour green bar, so that is also a positive technical sign. Overall, we have 3 out of 4 potential bullish signs here. The only issue is that lingering 100-day moving average. Here's what I would do in this situation as a swing trader. First, I would use a 5 or 15-minute chart to identify if the currency is still respecting the support level created. I typically always look at two things, the 50-day moving average and the VWAP. The 50-day moving average is a little ways off, so the VWAP would be the best indicator for entry. With the VWAP, you always want to ensure the price isn't overextended. In other words, if the price of the VWAP line hasn't caught up with the actual price itself, it could reverse on you. So in this instance, when looking at the 5-minute chart, for example, you can see the VWAP has a small variance and is still holding as a support level. I would also like to identify if the RSI is overbought. Since it's currently under 70, I like it. The MACD tells us the momentum is shifting. Everything appears to be perfect here, minus the resistance line of 0.164. If the price jumps above and holds for two 5-minute green bars, then I would take a position at approximately 50%. I would then wait for the VWAP to catch up and get tested again, then add to my position. Once the RSI starts to increase, I would start to sell small portions of my position, typically again in 20% increments. Now, if I was feeling bearish, I would effectively just reverse the scales here. I would basically do the opposite. I would wait for the resistance level of 0.164 to get tested twice, take a small position. It would be obviously a short-term trade, as close to the resistance level as possible. I would make sure the RSI is not oversold and pay attention to the MACD as well to see where the momentum's heading. Ideally, it'd be heading downwards towards the bearish territory. Now, when I short, I always like to sell in small portions. Again, you've probably heard this already, 20% of the time. This ensures I'm always profitable. So it's kind of one of my favorite things to do. You may want to consider adopting that mentality, see how it works for you. Now, again, you'll hear this a lot. Don't go all in unless you're planning to hold on for dear life. So in other words, if you plan to buy today Harmony One, and you never plan to sell it ever again until perhaps it's overinflated in price, whenever that might be, then sure, by all means, hold on for dear life, go all in. But between now and then, if you're day trading or swing trading, don't do it. It's not ideal. It will work some of the times, but it will burn you one of these days and it's going to hurt. Trust me on this, I know. Now, I cannot stress this enough. Make sure you set a target, and if you do not hit your target, get out and take your damn profits. The key to being a profitable trader is to survive to trade another day. If you found benefit from this content, please consider, again, liking and subscribing. And please let me know your thoughts if there's anything else I can do to improve your trading experience. Feel free to contact me on Telegram, Instagram, or Twitter. Links in the description below. Also comment below and let me know what positions you're holding and if there's anything else you want for me to cover. Is there any currency that you would like for me to make sure to dive deeper into? I want to be able to grow and learn and experience everything with you, so please comment below and let me know. Thank you so much for watching. We'll go ahead and see you again soon.